It's great through, mate. Lovely. Cheers.
Without them even realising, the headlines and the news are all focused on the imaginary monster, the imaginary far right. And everyone had stopped talking about the slaughter of innocent kids. It hasn't been mentioned again. It was totally forgotten. It was a successful government ploy. For me personally, they're working to blame me for the trouble in the streets.
Well, what we've heard, Judy, from a lot of the far-right figures is that these protests that we've been seeing over the last week are not about extremists, they're about ordinary people just having their say. Here's an example, and it's not the only one, from the man known as Tommy Robinson. And probably the most influential instigator of all is Tommy Robinson.
For this to be hijacked by people lying on sunbeds in Cyprus.
It's been coordinated by a man who's just fled England.
The English defence lead, give me their phone number, give me their email. I mean, the fella who's associated with most is on sunbed in Cyprus. I mean, he hates Europe, but there he is enjoying the European sunshine and stirring up poison and hate in this country.
There's no truth in that. Bring the case against me. Bring the evidence. The evidence shows the total opposite. Not once did I call for violence, ever. I asked people not to be violent.
Lads, you've got to remain calm. Look, our events in London, totally peaceful, totally calm, didn't matter. We were under attack by the media and politicians, by women. As far-right, racist, hooligans, all these things. The total appeal for calm. Try to remain calm. Just an appeal for calm, man. Bring the numbers, bring the noise, but don't bring any violence, man. We can come in, galvanise the country. That's what we need to do, unite people. Now, yeah, the level of violence, it won't work. Anyway, stay safe. Stop the violence, man.
And to the men committing the violence, lads, those individual police officers who are coming out doing a difficult enough job, have got families at home, they're ordinary people, okay? A peaceful revolution is brewing in Great Britain. A peaceful revolution. Now, why are the British public angry? I want to pause and take a moment to answer that question. I want to take a moment to help Keir and his cabal of apparatus chicks, because he seems to know there are troubles, he admits it. There's troubles on our streets. I fear he may have misdiagnosed the cause.
Well, it was publicised as being a protest against the lack of government action to deal with the increasing amount of stabbings and knife crime across the country, but in particular against the awful, atrocious, horrific, brutal murder of 3 primary school age girls in Southport in their playgroup, which, like I think so many other people, I was incredibly upset and distraught about that. And I went there in that spirit. I went there in that spirit, intending to attend, and did attend, a peaceful protest. 8:45 in the evening, the police, the riot police, decided to just charge on the crowd. There was absolutely no forewarning, there was no announcement by the police, like on a megaphone or anything like that, to say, can you clear the area, can you move, because we're going to start arresting people. They didn't do that, they just started arresting people completely out of the blue, suddenly, without any notice whatsoever. And I turned around and I saw a police officer arresting someone, and then the police officer came towards me and arrested me, and I was handcuffed. I was handcuffed behind my back.
So you were arrested for standing in the street?
Basically, yeah. Well, absolutely, that was it. That was why I was arrested. And I did nothing. Didn't resist arrest.
They're just arresting people for no reason.
I think this has been going on for a long time, with escalating concerns over rampant knife crime, stabbings and violence by some of the migrants and asylum seekers that is not being covered by the press at all because it doesn't fit their narrative. Censorship, fear and intimidation is the tactics of a dictatorship. It's the same as any dictatorial regime in the world. If you look at Venezuela, what's been happening there, the way they control their population and send people to prison because of their political beliefs. This government isn't acting any differently from that. It may not be as extreme, as that, but they're certainly headed in that direction.
We already know people are angry about the authorities covering up years and years of child rape gangs, mainly Pakistani Muslims. They are angry about two-tier policing. They're angry about politicised judges. They are angry when they see the police cowering before Islam in the name of democracy.
Deport all Islamists. Detain and deport all migrants who are here to colonise. Detain and deport all those who refuse to assimilate. We know you don't shift the window by playing the long game. It is a lie. You shift the window with truth, with courage, with bravery, with fearless leadership. You shift the window by saying it as it is and calling out the evil in front of you, regardless of the consequences. You are the soldiers in this battle. You are not powerless, but who is willing to stand up and fight? I'm recruiting community leaders who are ready to stand and ready to fight and take their country back. I am sick of the outrage without political action. It is time, friends, time to take back control. It is time, friends, to wake up to the reality of what it is going to take. It is time to take back the control, and it is time to take back our country! The communists, the Islamists, the Marxists, the leftists, these people try to silence you by smearing you. They use their fear and propaganda tactics to shut you up. It is now clear from our grassroots to our elderly, the vast majority now endorse our policies. The problem is they have never had a political voice brave enough to say UKIP will be your political voice. Let us stand together. Let us stand up for the 40% who do not vote and who have given up. Let us give them hope. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you, asking you to join me in the new right and to stand for justice. To the political liberal elite, I say this: there will be no mercy, there will be no diplomacy, and there will be no surrender. Let us talk solutions. Let us rid our nation of communist parasites, of the Islamists, of the migrants who are here to colonise, and of those who refuse to assimilate. And let us deport the 5 million people who do not deserve to be here.